had this dream 2 nights ago. I was in a parking lot. I'm there, Colin's there. And in the back of the parking lot, it's like there's a drive-through, and I see Colin walking over to the drive-through area, and then I see a car coming around. It's that complete, like, just vivid dream where I could feel every single feeling of, like, imagining your kid's about to get run over by a car, and I fucking run over, and I grab him right at the last second. And, like, as I do, like, the guy stops in the car, and it's this, you know, old guy with white hair, and all he says is, "Good job." So me and Michael had talked about dreams before, and he helped me to realize, like, even though the people in your dreams could be people that close to you, it's never anything outside of you. It's always a part of you that you're seeing. It's just represented by an image of something that's really, and before he even said it, I'm like, that was not me rescuing Colin. I knew right away. It was all the work I've done from the trauma that led up to that was my inner child.
It was you
that
rescuing
was,
you.
Exactly. That was my inner child that I was rescuing. I literally rescued him, and that guy that gets out of the car is my higher power. Good job. You finally did it. And in there, I can remember, it's like, good job. You rescued him. And it was that same feeling I had of, like, when that piece of you can release it, let it go back up into the, you know, back off into the universe. Let it go rest. He's been sitting down in me for so fucking long, just buried in there. And I literally had the feeling once I realized that, I was like, oh my God, like, I've rescued that kid that's been, that inner child that's been buried in me for so long. And that's when it clicked. It's like, you said you rescued him, which is, you went down into that pit of hell and you found him down there. You found him down in that pit that was in you, that he was buried in, but you just found him. Now, this is the process. We need to get him the fuck out of there. And it's going into hell. It's one thing to recognize you're in hell, and I'm gonna stop walking into hell. It's another thing to get him out. As we're having this conversation about that, it literally, like, I went into this mode where it was like, this 7-year-old kid in me, like, I was literally shaking, and it was like, and I just started talking. At 36 years old, it was the 7-year-old talking, and it was a 7-year-old talking. He's like, you fucking left me down there for so goddamn long. You fucking left me here. You fucking knew I was here. You've known I'm here for years, and you still kept ignoring it. Even after the therapy, you fucking knew I was down here, and you still left me here. And you wanna blame the fucking person that is my savior. That woman you hate so much, she's the one who came along and did what needed to be done for you so you'd get down here and come get me already. You hate the person who came along that did what needed to be done so you could come down here and fucking get me. And it was like, all of a sudden, it's like I could realize where the correlation was, but again, like Michael was saying, it was that correlation was only for me. So once he was able to separate the two in my mind, then I could focus and really process the pain, the hurt, and the sadness from it, detached from the purpose that I know that it served for me. We get to that, and I'm like, oh my God, like, it was literally a spiritual experience. I go downstairs, we're sitting there talking. Colin has been playing this song over and over that he listens to with his mother. I'm like, I don't know why, just play that song. I'm just gonna literally sit here on the phone and listen to you while you play the song. Puts it on and has me on speaker, and I hear it playing. Every time Colin played that song, I'm laughing at it in a mocking way. As it played, like, I would laugh with Colin because he's always laughing. He's dancing to it, so I'm in that joyful mode. Once I have Michael play, it's that wall of emotion of everything, all that sadness that I was only letting out via anger towards her and bitterness and resentment, all that sadness that was behind that wall. It's like everything that happened in the conversation put all the cracks in the walls, and then the second that song came on and started playing, I bawled my fucking eyes out as hard as I've ever cried in my life for 20 minutes straight, just keeled over, feeling like it was just, I was watching that garbage just, it's been building and built and built and built up, just finally flooding out. And I have never had such a feeling of relief in my life as the feeling of weightlessness, and like somebody had just picked 1,000-pound boulder up off of my fucking shoulders and chest. And it was just like, holy shit.
But when those gates open, you know, you think it's all about her, but it's not. It's a shit ton of emotions that are coming up that have been buried for a long time. And those emotions that have been buried recognize the door when they see it. You know, so you're opening it up and you expect maybe a couple of cups of water to come out and, you know, here comes the fucking flood of Noah. But then we attach it to them. We attach it to the other person because we have to attach it to something because we sure as hell aren't going to attach it to ourselves. But you're also looking at her like, okay, you got to fix this for me. You know? I mean, I bought this to you. You're supposed to care about me more than anybody else on the planet. You got to fix this for me. And she's looking at me going, you got to fix me first. But then people get to that point too where they've worked a lot of this out. But if you watch them and you listen to them, they really don't want to move on. Because like you said, he took you right to the edge, okay? And most people don't want to step beyond that edge because it's totally unfamiliar territory and I might feel really good over there. We don't know what the fuck to do with that. Also working on ourselves and working on this problem and working on, you know, releasing this and working on getting out of hell, which is the way you put it. It's been hard work. It's been tedious work. It's been research. It's been grueling, okay? But if things are going really well, how the fuck am I going to fill my day? I don't need to research feeling good. I don't need to sit there and go over and over and over, you know? And then we have to do that ugly thing called defining what feeling good means to me.